It's Claudia and Roundie, episode 2 of Beautytainment Podcast.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. We ate like crazy. I think I ate like 10 pounds worth of food in the last week.
We literally had 2 Thanksgivings though.
Yeah, we did. We had that Friendsgiving there at the studio with all the people in our circle, which was pretty cool. It was fun.
You know what I remember I told you, like I thought was really funny about the Thanksgiving? Oh, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving too.
Yeah, look at you. Only worried about yourself.
Let me tell you about me. But you know what I thought was really cool? Like literally everybody that we invited has their own business.
Yeah.
Or like is in a business of sorts. Well, not is in a business, but they own their business for the most part.
Well, not everybody,
well,
but...
except for like a couple, like
yeah.
2, maybe one
but
couple.
that doesn't even matter. But it is cool being around.
No, but I just thought like it's cool when you have people like that to bounce ideas off of.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I mean? And I just noticed like, oh, that's so cool. We all have like a similar mentality. You know, we all like revolve around business and family.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Everybody, we had like a potluck and everybody brought food. And man, there was so much damn food.
Yeah, it was like a huge buffet.
I was in a food coma.
You know my favorite part? Because like I love eating, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're both like kind of foodies.
So I don't like eating. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tuck it in real quick.
Anyway, tuck it in. Suck it in. I got to taste like a bunch of different food.
Yeah.
Like everybody makes different shit, you know? And for those that couldn't cook, the store-bought stuff was really good too.
I think everything was good. Everything was really good.
Yeah, the kids liked it. We had everybody's kids come over. It was such a fucking fun time.
Yeah, it was cool. And I thought it was gonna end early, but everybody stayed late.
Okay, I'm just saying, like Texans can fucking party.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, okay, it's 8:00. I'm already like in old lady mode, you know.
Yeah.
I'm still having fun, you know, but I'm like, fuck, my kicker is kicking in. It's telling me like it's too late. You're fucking old.
We've been to parties and it goes like 2 days. We're already gone, and we end up talking to them later, like, hey, what time did you guys? Oh no, it's still going. We're fucking barely wrapping it up.
Yeah, I mean, like that's cool, but listen, like I may look like I'm 22, but I'm 38. Like I'm tired.
I can't party like that no more. I'm an old man. I can't party like that at all no more.
Right? And then like if we do stay out or stay awake for like a little bit past, like we're dying for 2 days.
The hangovers, man. Hangovers ain't no joke no more.
No.
2-3 day hangovers.
For me, I've noticed like literally 2.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on the party. I will party a couple times a year and go hard, but to do it every weekend or every other weekend, nah, I'm good.
No, right? Like that shit's crazy.
I'll pass.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was our Friendsgiving, and then our Thanksgiving was like super low key.
Yeah.
Went over to Sam's.
My sister came from out of town.
Yeah.
Her family, and then we just we called it early. Oh man, I ate too much. And,
we had to leave Thanksgiving.
We had to leave early. Let's just say the stomach was an issue.
What kind of issue, babe? Would you like to share?
The maceros were busy at work.
God.
They were mixing masa.
Yeah, anyway, we had to go early. I felt sorry. I felt bad for Sam because she's like working all hard. I didn't cook, guys.
Oh, she cooked up a meal, man.
It was fucking good.
Yeah.
So it's so funny that like I didn't grow up with Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I know you grew up with like a super massive Thanksgiving.
Fuck, I had it good.
From your white side?
I go to the white side. We'd have turkey, mashed potato, you know.
That's right.
And then I go to my other side family, tamales, beans, rice, the whole. So I got 2 Thanksgivings every year, and both sides.
That sounds like really good. Did you guys do Thanksgiving in one day, or like you went to one house and then go to the other?
No, in one day. So we'd hit my grandma's house and have like the traditional white Thanksgiving, and then after that I hit my other families and have a brown Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? So being mixed was a blessing.
Yeah, I didn't have either of those things growing up.
Yeah.
You know, my mom, she was always like, that's for white people.
Oh, you ate with sopita.
Sopita with snacky eggs.
Yeah.
Hard-boiled eggs.
That's right.
No, but so that was our second Thanksgiving. That was cool, though.
Yeah, it was cool. It was nice. Sam cooked it up. Shout out to Sam. You fucking killed it.
Okay, and then Roundie's like, oh, I gotta go right now. So we left. We didn't even wash dishes. Can you believe?
Nah, you were having nightmares because you didn't do the dishes.
I literally
I kept telling you, hey, we gotta go do the dishes.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. I was like, babe, we gotta go.
Lie.
I was like, babe, we gotta go.
You were already like by the door, and you're like, I was like, shit, we didn't wash any dishes. You're like, sorry, something.
Babe, you were like on your second bottle of wine, and you weren't listening to me.
That may or may not be true.
But I gave you like an hour, babe. We gotta go.
Babe, we gotta go. You did not give me an hour. That's bullshit. You did not give me an hour.
I was like, babe, you're gonna help clean up, and you're like, no, Sam could do it.
Oh, I did not.
That's what you did. You're like, nah, let Sam do it.
True. I would never say that.
Sam, she did you out with the dishes.
No, I didn't. I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, So what's our topic for today?
I don't know if we have a topic. I think something that everybody's dealing with right now is just kind of slow in the beauty industry. I think every industry is a little slow right now, but especially in the beauty industry. Hair, I think, hair usually has
they have a bit of a spike right now.
Yeah.
Everybody tries to get, of course, everybody wants to get dolled up and stuff before the holidays and seeing their family, seeing that tia or cousin that's going to talk shit about them and their big ass roots. So I feel like they stay really busy, and everybody I talk to, it's like their busiest time of the year is the next couple of months, November, December.
To be honest, this year's we've done good this year, but we noticed the slower season is coming in sooner this year.
Yeah.
And from what you've been telling me, you look on the groups and stuff, and you see a bunch of salons and a bunch of beauty businesses closing.
Yeah, and I think honestly, like, so we've been our own and having our own business for about 12 years. So there's of course ebbs and flows. We made it through the Rona. I wouldn't say unscathed, but we made it through it, and we kept the business when everybody else was closing their business down.
The thing with the Rona though is they passed out so much free money. Everybody had expendable money. People weren't working and had expendable money, so I think they were just like throwing money away.
Yeah, but not for us though. You know what I mean? Like for us, we weren't allowed to operate. So of course I was open. I was still seeing clients, but I couldn't go. I couldn't put myself out there and tell everybody like, "Hey, I'm open. Come on by." Even if they did have money, because we would get $10,000 fine in California.
But how many people like did it on the sneaks? Everybody was doing it from home and on the sneaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying like it did affect us quite a bit.
Yeah, it did.
Like people had expendable money to buy TVs and all this stuff, but our industry, the beauty industry, got hit like really hard because we had like all these stringent rules. And you can't do this or it's a fine. Or you can't do this and it's a fine. It was, everybody was up our ass trying to like fucking fine us.
Yeah, but what I think is different this time is there was no shutdown. I think, with inflation, the cost of food and gas and everything going up, and the economy slowing. I don't know if you guys see it, but economy's slowing. And I think that's what's going on right now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And then going back to your point, like I'm in several Facebook groups with fellow estheticians, permanent makeup artists, business owners and such. And you guys cannot believe the amount of people that are shutting down their business.
Yeah.
Like it's so many. I've read stories about people where they're talking about after, being in the industry, and specifically the permanent makeup industry where I'm in, after 7 years, this is our slowest year. Like, that's freaking crazy. And so I think what's happening right now is because of the economy. Yeah, there's ebbs and flows, but also during our slow time, it's slower.
Yeah, slower.
And it came on sooner.
Came on a lot sooner.
Yeah.
What I think every industry's feeling it though right now. I think right now, honestly, the weak are going to get cut out of the industry and the strong are going to come to the top. Like, I honestly think it's going to be a cleansing over all industries. Yeah. The people that are not doing business right, not putting their heads down, not working, not doing what it takes, you're going to get weeded out. I think that's what's happening in every industry.
Yeah.
But especially in the beauty industry, I think it's going to be a little bit more.
Well, you've seen it, and we talk about it all the time. Like all these it's I don't want to say especially the beauty industry because I know my industry more well than other industries.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's definitely a lot of women or people in the industry who like create this aura of success that they don't have.
Oh man,
and so it's starting to crush down.
Yeah.
Them.
I think everybody is feeling it, but when you look on social media, look on Instagram, you see these people. This is in every industry. You see people like, oh, they're doing so much better than me. How come I'm not doing good?
Yeah.
But you can't believe everything you see on there. Everybody's putting their best foot forward and projecting what they want you to see. And behind the scenes is probably a different story.
But at the same time, I think it's important to talk about it, and it's important to talk about it with like your fellow business owners in your industry.
Yeah.
But I think because people have that competitive edge. Or not competitive, but they're more competitive as opposed to being like a collective of ideas and sharing ideas. Like they won't say, "Oh yeah, it's slow."
Nah.
No, dude, it's slow, and it's slow for everybody. I'm used to it because usually November, December, right?
Yeah.
And then end of
January's pretty slow too.
Mid-November, all of December, and January is still like, oh, people are recuperating. Nobody wants to do shit.
January, I think is pretty bad. From what I've seen, it's pretty bad.
I think comparatively. In the last couple of years or 3 years, I think this January is going to be slower. And it's probably our slowest month.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
It looks like it. But if you're feeling the crunch, you're not alone. Everybody's feeling the crunch. It's just what you're seeing on Instagram, on social media. It's everybody's playing the part like they're not. But I think everybody in the industry is feeling the crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like it's okay to talk about it, and share ideas with people and like, hey, well, what are you doing or how's it going for you? It's like it connects you to other people that are feeling the same, and then maybe you can swap ideas on what to do.
Yeah, this is the time you got to connect with people, because if you're alone just looking at stuff, you're going to get discouraged.
Oh, for sure.
And you're going to take your foot off the pedal. This is the time you got to really like put your head down, put your foot on the pedal, and do everything you can to grow your business and expand. Even though I know the budget's probably not there because of the slowness, but there's other stuff you could do, like fix your website, work on your social media, network. There's tons of stuff you could do. You just got to do it. But if you're just sitting there feeling the crunch and thinking you're alone and it's only you, then, it's a hard one.
And I think for me, it was really hard. Like you would tell me, like you practically said, like, dude, you've been through this before, like many times. But I was like, oh my God, it's fucking slow. So that was my mentality for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think what's important is to like make that switch and kind of say like, okay, well, it's slow, but I need to make the most of my time. So what are holes in my business that I can patch up?
Yeah, it's like when your back's against the wall. What do you do when the back's against the wall? You fight or you give up? Like you got to decide if you're going to fight or give up. It's one of the two.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Roundie, but wouldn't you say my best times are during the slow season? Because I start freaking out.
Yeah, you freak out for like I think you'll spend like a week freaking out.
Not that long.
I'm gonna say maybe a week.
That's a long time.
That's not that long in comparison, but then you kind of get motivated and you figure out what to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I gotta talk you off the ledge sometimes, but you're good though. You like when your back's against the wall, you really you go for it hard.
Well, and I think that's why like it works. Having that other person telling you like, okay, well, this is happening. You're not alone, and you just got to get out of it and like do something productive.
It's not the first time either we've been through this, and then you just can't get stuck in that comparison game.
Yeah,
like looking at people.
That was never me, but a lot of people.
We hear a lot of that. Yeah. The comparison game, it'll kill you. Like, don't worry about what other people are doing. Half of the time is not even the truth. Put your head down and just take care of what you got to take care of.
And honestly, like I feel like if you're doing really well, you don't even have time to put out like nonsense that isn't happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're really busy, then you don't have to work yourself up so much. You just post your work or you just post what you're doing and you get wrapped up in that.
Yeah,
for because you're busy,
Yeah, if
you're doing well.
If you stay busy, you don't have time to think about anything else. You're just putting your head down working, and like everything else is just like a blur. You're not even worried about it.
Yeah.
Keep yourself occupied. That's what you got to do.
So I think for me, one of the things that I like to do is I like to take classes. So I'll take a class or I'll perfect a technique at something. So as you know, like I used to see clients 4 days a week, which is a lot less than when I started, which was like 7 days a week. If there was 8 days a week, I'd be seeing them 8 days a week. But now, so many years later, I'm seeing clients only 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And so now that extra day that I have, I am working on the business.
Well, that seems
which is really great.
Like you just did that right now on our slow time, and it's not because of the slowness, because it seems counterproductive to like less than 1 day.
Off,
to take 1 day off.
Yeah.
But that day that you take off is to work on the business.
Yeah.
Not see clients, not be a technician, but to actually work on the business.
Yeah.
And that seems, I think to most people that would seem counterproductive.
Because you're like, you're slow. Why are you taking a day off?
Yeah.
But it's not taking a day off. It's just putting that energy somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
that I think can make us grow.
Yep.
Scale.
That's for you, Matt. Little inside joke.
Can make us grow and scale a lot faster and better.
Yeah.
You know? But I think before it was definitely more difficult. Now I get in a thing where I'm like, fuck it, slow. And then I move on.
It's like, well, okay, I'm slow today. What can I do so I'm not slow tomorrow?
Yeah. And I it's almost like I try to find holes and then fill them in. So if there's never nothing to do. You know, there's always something you can perfect. You can perfect your systems. Like you were saying, we can upgrade our website, which we're actually
working
doing
on the website right now.
So right now, what are you doing that you think? What are you doing to fill in that time?
So I think the website upgrading, our systems, because to be honest, we were kind of like here and there a little bit, but we're trying to like condense everything and get everything more cohesive.
Yeah, here and there in terms of like what platforms
and stuff like that. Now we're trying to like get everything tight and cleaner.
Yeah.
And then honestly, this podcast, I think like we're investing money into this podcast that's not making us money, but it's a long-term game. This is, we get to reach out to the community. We get to help people. We get to talk about our issues. It gets a wheel spinning. I think the podcast is amazing what we're doing right now.
Yeah, and I think honestly, like, because we do the mastermind events at the studio and stuff, so once a month, I try to have once a month where we bring somebody in, and I also speak from experience, and I try to teach the beauty industry professionals things that I've learned along the ways.
Yeah.
So I think that if this can reach just one more person and help them, and so if there's a mistake that cost me 2 years, maybe they can avoid those 2 years of learning this mistake.
Yeah.
And I think with the podcast, like it's gonna help us reach and help more people.
Yeah. And it helps us because it keeps us productive. And just talking about this stuff and going back and forth, it keeps it in our mind. And like, there's no time to sit there and just think. We're just working and like producing and putting our best foot forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think like if you feel like you're starting to slow down and you don't know what to do with yourself,
start a podcast.
Call Matt at peachtreemarketing.com. No, I don't know if that's his website, but you can find him on Instagram. It's Peachtree Marketing. But that's certainly one of the things that you could do that we did, that we're doing. But I think if you are a beginning artist, it's very important to hone in on your skills. So if you're the beauty industry and you're currently doing, your specialty is body waxing.
Yeah.
Then try a different wax. Educate yourself about the different wax. Try a different technique of waxing because I've seen a lot of styles. Like it's once you get into the small elements of any particular skill, there's a ton of way of doing things.
Yeah.
So that's
Don't post pictures of wax snatch. It's not.
Oh my God, that's such a gross.
it's those pictures are weird.
That's going into something else, but yeah, those are.
Figure out some way to.
Well, okay, so that could be a thing, right?
Yeah.
If you're like, fuck, I don't know how to post a Brazilian without posting a nasty, disgusting wax strip without the fucking hair in it, and people do. And I know people are out there listening to this, and they're like, I do that. It's just not something anybody want to watch.
Nah, I'm a guy, and when I see that, I'm like, oh, that's.
Well,
not...
you see it because you're on.
Yeah, because I'm on our social media and figuring out stuff. But I see it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it's well, I know about that one. It's not good.
Yeah.
So like, if you don't know how to showcase that, find accounts that also do Brazilians that are doing really well. Maybe a technician that you admire, maybe a spa that's doing really well, and see how they're posting. And then I would reach out to them if you feel comfortable, Yeah. And that goes into another thing, how to reach out to people for help.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah.
Do not even get me started.
That's one of your pet peeves right now.
That's one of my pet peeves
well, it's been for a while, but I think it's starting to take a toll on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about these approaches.
About that. Listen. So, anytime you're reaching out to somebody, like when somebody reaches out to me, the people that I usually am more eager, because I'll help, like it's hard for me to say no because I'm like, fuck, like maybe they're at a point in their business where they don't know how to ask for help. And so that's the way I look at it. But it's very fucking annoying when people reach out and like you owe them something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you're trying to reach out to another business, like if you're doing waxing, you want to wax. If you want to reach out to a person that's doing waxing and is doing it really well, you admire them. What I would say is, hey, so-and-so, I admire your work. You do a great job. And don't think that because you're stroking their ego that you're going to get it for free. Like everybody's time is valuable. So if maybe you don't have, I don't know, maybe you don't have money, but at least add something of value to them, What
can I do for you?
What can I do for you? This is everything that I can do for you. And you have to figure out what that is, or at least compliment somebody, and then maybe even can I take you out to coffee and pick your brain take you out to lunch. I mean, maybe that's just me because I love fucking eating, but something,
Yes.
like don't just reach out like they owe you something.
Hey, how do you do this? And not even, hey, good morning, nothing.
First of all, hello.
Yeah. Not even good morning, nothing. Just how do you do this?
Hello. Yeah.
Or can you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and then you give them the like the roadmap to how to do it, and they want you to go get the information for them.
Oh my God. So remember, I had somebody ask me, so somebody said, hey, so-and-so is doing permanent makeup. Do you mind if they reach out to you? I'm going to get their license, They're
Yeah.
new
Oh, yeah, I
ones,
remember that. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, yeah, sure, of course. Like, I'm not a gatekeeper. Anybody that knows me I'm not a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, dude, like, of course, like, send her my way. So she's asking me questions. I'm replying back. And I don't even remember how the conversation started. But then it goes, do you have the website?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you can find it on Google, And it's like, okay, well, what's the website? Like, dude, I'm not going to fucking grab the website for you and send it to you.
No, they know how to Google about the Kardashians and shit, but when it was some information they need, all of a sudden they don't know about Google. You know what I mean? It's fucking blows my mind.
And I get it because there was a language barrier.
Yeah.
She didn't speak any English, and so everything I was saying, like I was of course like typing in Spanish and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, like, come on, like I can help you and I can answer these questions for you.
But you're not gonna do it for them.
But I'm not gonna do it for you. And then it was like, oh, okay, well, how do I fill it out? Just fill it out, like answer the questions, and and how do I do this? Where do I fit? Can you give me the email? I was like, dude, that's like too much.
Like, bro, I'm gonna take my time away from what I'm doing to go do everything for you. You're crazy.
No, and you know what? And I would if somebody sees the value in it.
Yeah.
But if you're not approaching somebody correctly, if you're not trying to add value, if you're not at least showing gratitude, then I'm out.
Well, if it means that much to you too, and you really want to do it, you're gonna go out and find the information. You're not gonna expect somebody to give it to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I get that a lot of this information, especially for us, was kind of hard to find because California, we're of course coming from California, they do things out there completely different.
Yeah, for sure.
For the licensing, and the licensing requirements are state by state, so the state requirements here are completely different. So I researched, and it was kind of hard to find. So I went on like forums, and I was looking for answers. And then I called TDLR. I called the health department. I asked them questions.
Yeah.
Like there was all these things that I did before I thought, okay, I'm stumped. Let me reach out to somebody. And I didn't end up reaching out to anybody, but like if I have concerns, that's what I'm going to do first.
But the way you approach them is different, though. You don't just approach somebody. Hey, can you do this? How do you do this?
First of all, hello.
Like it's all through messages, and it's just like not even a good morning. How are you? Nothing. It's just like, how do you do this?
Yeah.
Like that's not a way to reach out to anybody at all.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because especially when you're texting or DMing, I'm sure it can sound kind of harsher than it really is.
Yeah.
Just like going into a question. I'm sure that can happen. And so I try not to misinterpret it.
But if you're in business, you gotta up your communication skills.
Yeah, that's so true.
Like your customer service is all about communicating. If you're like short and just answering, "Hi, what do you want?" Like that type of stuff. Like, I mean, you're not gonna make it in business. Up your communication skills. If you gotta take a class on it, read a book, do something. But like, get your communication skills down.
Oh, a book that we're just reading right now. We were reading it for the book club.
Oh yeah,
the Sam House.
Never Eat Alone.
Never Eat Alone.
Yeah.
That is like so fundamentally important. Like everything that the book talks about for anybody that wants to network, which we should all be networking.
Yeah.
But it's so important, and that's one of the things that mentions. Like the first thing that you want to do when you reach out to somebody is like, here's 80% of things that I can do for you. 90%, 95% of things that I could do for you in terms of value.
Yeah.
Not even giving anything, But do you think you have time to help me for X?
Yeah.
And so I think that's really important for me anyway, because, we're a family.
Yeah.
Well, of course, But
I didn't know that.
We're having
I didn't know that.
But we have a family. We have children. They have events that they need to go. Our oldest is in basketball. He's going to start track. The kids are in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So like, in even our relationship, we also have like date nights set up and stuff like that. So when somebody comes and asks me something, like at least show me that you value my time.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
So for me, even hey, I hope you're having a great day. I admire X, Y, and Z. I'm hoping I can have 5 minutes of your time. Even that.
Yeah.
But just acknowledge that you understand that they're putting 5 minutes away that they can do something else for you.
Well, I think this is one of my pet peeves too. Like net banging.
Oh.
But it's in the same realm because you don't go up to people and just randomly, can you do this for me? But they think through messages like that comes off different. But you wouldn't go up to somebody and just talk to them like that. And it's the same with the net banging. Like, man, these people are spending so much time being negative on other people's posts.
Oh my God.
Like, if you have time to be negative on somebody's post and just go drop like shit on them, like, what are you doing with your life? You got to be a miserable person to be doing that.
Yeah. And to that point, even the innuendos that people post.
Yeah.
Like, they're so fucking stupid. Or getting into somebody else's gossip and then posting it about it.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, all that whole thing, right?
I don't understand this net banging. Like, people carry the, like, I don't know what it is. I think in life, you got to carry yourself the way you are and the way you want to be.
Right.
And it doesn't change because you're on the internet. Like,
or the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, like these maniacs. Some of these guys are straight maniacs on their like little.
You mean pervos?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Dropping these little perverted.
I'll be the Roundie translator.
Like, they go and drop little perverted like comments, and it's like, bro, do you walk around and talk to women like that in your day-to-day life, or are these women like dropping like just negative shit on posts? Like, if somebody posts something and they feel their opinion matters so much, but it's negative. Yeah. And it's like, would you walk around just talking to people, throwing negative shit at people on a daily basis?
And so when you say net bangers, it sounds like we're meaning like not only people that post negative shit on like somebody else's post, but also like on their own Facebook, on their own Instagram.
Well, I think it's worse that these people take time and go do it on other people's posts and other people's stuff. You know what I mean? The ones that do it on their own post, I mean, it's not really healthy for you. It's not gonna progress you in the way you want to progress. So I think it's a waste of time. But if you're taking time to go do it on somebody else's stuff, like, I don't get a life. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's lame.
Yeah, I got you. And then I think, like I was saying, like within that same realm, I think also too, it's like Mike Tyson would say. Remember that saying I read to you the other day? What do you say? People are getting so comfortable posting shit on social media that you could get punched in the face for in real life.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You carry yourself online like you would as a person in person. Like, if you wouldn't say something to somebody's face, you shouldn't be saying it online. Yeah. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, to that point, like, sometimes I feel spicy. Sometimes, like, I could get in a good fight right now.
Yeah.
So whatever it is you feel like posting, come and say it to my face. But, you know, like, I don't get too many of those.
This net banging shit's got to stop. You guys are getting out of control with this shit.
But like that, just like that negative energy.
It's just negativity. Like, you're not doing anything productive in your life, so you're gonna go be negative on somebody else's shit.
Yeah.
Like, everybody has opinions about shit. It doesn't mean your opinion matters. You need to fucking drop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a waste of time.
I think it's like it's very entitled. No.
The internet has people fucking their heads like, I don't know. It's
and
fucked up.
You know what I've had too is like and it hasn't happened to me lately, but like a while ago I had somebody tag me in somebody else's work and then ask me, and they posted, this is the girl I was talking about. I was like, oh my God. Like, first of all, why would you tag me?
Yeah.
You know? And so she had told me, so this particular client had told me that this other girl messed up her friend's eyebrows or something. Mm-hmm. And that's how I find out about the people in the industry, to be honest, because I don't go and research people and shit. But she told me, and she's like, oh, this girl messed up my friend's eyebrows, And I was like, oh, well, that sucks, you know. If she needs help, have her reach out to me, send me pictures, So anyway, I do her eyebrows, and of course, they're amazing. And then she tags me in this girl's work, and she's like, oh, this is a girl I was telling you about. I was like, oh my God, like, why would you do that?
Yeah, you drag somebody else into your shit.
And see, and that goes back into the gossip, right? Like, putting yourself in gossip, or like sharing gossip online. I think once like you put it out in the universe, it's not cool because it's there forever.
Yeah.
You know? So even sharing like negativity and stuff.
It's just a bad look. Either way around, you don't look good doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anybody really looks at it and like respects you for doing that. And it's not progressing you in your life.
What is it accomplishing?
It's not accomplishing nothing. It's just, I don't fucking get it.
Right?
Yeah.
And so like, if I see something, for me also too, like when they're posting something negative on their timeline, and I know like, you know, this is who you are, so you want to like broadcast it to the world, but why not? I think for me, like, so when you have bad thoughts, or when you have, or you're anxious or you're upset, like if you stay in that and you keep your mind in that constant loop, then you're just going to get more upset.
Yeah.
So I think part of that loop is like you have these negative thoughts and then you're going to post it on social media.
No, well, you would feel better about yourself too if you went and gave a compliment instead of saying something negative. It'd put you in a better mood, put your mind in a better state than be negative. Negative, like, I'm telling you, these people are like, get on my nerves. Like, I want to just start drop kicking fucking people.
Like, if I see that, I always wonder, like, I wonder if they'll say that to somebody's face.
No, they don't.
And usually the answer is no.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if people walked around talking like they do online? Be a bunch of people walking around with black eyes and fucking bloody lips.
They deserved it.
Yeah, they do.
You know?
They kind of do.
And I feel like these are the people that don't have anything going on in their lives.
Obviously, they don't if they're taking the time to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So stop the net banging, people. Some
net
bullshit.
banging. And the negative posting. I think it's part of it. Like
it's part of net banging.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's part of it. But just like posting the negative shit, it's like, oh my God. Even if you hear such and such is going on and there's a big rumor going around, or not even rumor, like a big gossip and stuff. And you may want to know about it privately, of course, like, especially we're fucking women. Most of us are women in the industry, you know?
Yeah.
So of course, and you want to know what's going on in the industry, specifically where you live in the city.
Yeah.
But don't share it.
No,
don't get into it. Why? Don't bolster yourself by putting yourself in the middle of somebody else's shit.
Exactly. What's that one saying? If you're not, something about minding your business.
If you're minding somebody else's business, you're not minding yours.
Yeah. And your business is going to fail.
And literally like your business.
Yeah. For sure. That's definitely pet peeves that we've been
dealing with
about.
lately. But on a positive note, yeah, that's it. But like I said, like I just think, especially if you have like a Facebook account or if you have an Instagram account, like I rather see people's wins, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I know what happens behind closed doors because, you know, I know a lot of these people that have like hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah.
And so I know behind closed doors what's really going on with their business, how it's maybe perhaps not thriving. They pushed themselves out of the industry because they decided to charge like $900 for a set, which is their own prerogative. You know, your market is what you make of it.
Look at you podcast banging.
I forgot my train of thought.
No, about you know what's behind the scenes and everything that's going on.
Oh, right. So I know what's behind the scenes, and so I'm kind of like, I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, my bad. I fucked you up.
Yeah.
No, but on a positive note, what do you think is a win that you've had, that you've done, and you feel good about, and you feel like it's a win in the right direction?
You know what? I finished this journal that I've been working on.
Oh yeah, you've been working hard on that.
Yeah, I've been working really hard on it, and I think it's really gonna help, not just me, but I think if I can learn how to utilize it properly and really like perfect it, I think it's something that can help other women in the beauty industry specifically.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely help. I think it's a good roadmap. Just
like that blueprint, right?
Yeah, it's a stringent blueprint to follow, and you can't lose doing it. You know what I mean? You're not gonna lose anything doing it. If anything, is gonna help you. So.
Oh yeah, and you know how I like my list. So it's full of like my list that I do, the social media planner and the social media
how would you call it? Schedule.
There you go. So it has all that, and I'm excited because I'm getting it back. I think I just finished it, so I should be getting it next week.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna be putting that out for 2024, right?
Yeah. But like I said, I want to perfect it first, and I want to I've been using this method for a long time, but I feel like now it's in a book where it used to be on my iPad.
It was kind of all over the place.
It was all over.
Yeah,
I had like 3 schedules, you know. I had like 3 schedules and 3 different lists, and each list does something else. And so now just to have it all together is like, I'm really excited about it. I love creating this stuff that puts me more in control.
Yeah. I
know, control freak, but yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but it really does help, you know.
No, it does help, and we'll have it for sale in 2024.
Oh my God. Plug.
You're right. We got to drop the plugs.
Yeah. So what's a win for you this week, or what did you?
I think just revamping the website, like starting new, getting it nice and clean, and just different approach. We're kind of, like I said, condensing everything into a more cohesive type of system.
So you feel like you're getting closer to finishing, or like you're?
just progressing on it and getting it done. You know what I mean? And then the construction obviously is getting closer.
Yeah.
So just being productive in general. Like our time is so stringent right now, and it's all production. You know, it's all producing. So
it's all like those things that it's all like foundational.
Yeah.
You know what we're doing right now, and I think next year, like we keep saying, our next year is going to be like perfecting our systems.
Yeah.
But definitely, right now, what we're doing is like during our slow time, going back to what we were talking about. During our slow time, we're like perfecting these things that we felt were scattered. So perfecting our foundation.
The systems foundation. Well, I think the years before it was all about like bringing in money, you know?
Yeah, well, because we've only been here 2 years. Well, 3 in January.
And constantly building, but now we're actually laying foundations for something bigger, you know what I mean? And putting all those systems in place in the foundation it feels good.
Yeah.
It definitely feels good.
Yeah, right. Like I'm saying, like I just staying productive is so important during the slow season.
Yeah. Could you imagine just like sitting there and like feeling sorry for yourself and comparing yourself and just like you're sitting on your hands and not doing nothing?
No, I wouldn't know what to do. Like I don't think I've had free time like that. And if I did have that free time, I don't think that's what I would be doing.
Nah, man, we're in the studio working. We get there 8 o'clock, and sometimes we don't leave till 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, like I personally invited somebody who I thought would benefit from our thing on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
That we're doing, and we're doing this Canva mastermind type of thing. So for those who want to utilize it better, those who are using it but want to we're having a mastermind for the Canva. And so I invited this gal, and I just kind of say, hey, it would be good, because she had reached out to me. So I said, hey, it would be good to meet you in person. Da da da. And she's like, I don't work on Sundays. And I was like, okay. Like, what is that even like?
Yeah. We're so used to working. Like, when did we took a day off the other day, and we're like, should we stay home or should we go to the studio?
Oh, we didn't even take it off. We were going to leave early. And early for us was like 3:30 after we picked up the kids.
Yeah, and we're like, fuck, what are we going to do at home?
Like, what is there to do? I was like, we could like hang out.
I think
we ended up like doing laundry and shit.
We're so used to working though. And it doesn't feel like work because we're building something for ourselves and for our kids. So
yeah,
it's not like we're going to a job and clocking in and just like going through the motions, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think it goes like hand in hand with people saying like, I need that self-care.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is even that? Like for me, I read.
Yeah.
You know, I'm currently reading the woman with the blue star.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm only 15% into it, so I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, like that does it for me. That's it. Like I don't need to take time off. I think it's strange.
You don't need one of those Chanel purses or what?
The what?
I
don't need the Chanel purses and the Birkin bags, whatever. I like that is so like
So that's pretty much what we've been pet peeving and fucking winning.
Pet peeving and doing but so slow season, just try to grow your business, grow yourself, grow your skills, and don't get disheartened, and network. This is like the perfect time to network. Talk to other women, talk to other people in your industry who are possibly going through the same thing. Mm-hmm. And then you don't feel, because it's so alone. I think our industry is very much a technician industry for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to feel alone in all these things.
And if you have the time and you're scrolling on social media, go on YouTube and watch videos how to do Canva better, how to make better reels, how to like improve your trade. You know what I mean? And
don't feel like you're so good at it that you can't learn from somebody.
Nah, there's always more to learn. Always. Like if you think you know everything, then you're like in the wrong boat.
Yeah.
Because there's always more to learn.
Yeah. Like I remember I went to this class and we drove out. Out of state. We spent 3 nights there. Of course, we paid for gas and all that, so our food. So it was a pretty expensive class. The class itself was like $3,500 for 2 days. And it was not what I expected. So I literally learned about a new pencil and how to use it. Remember?
Yeah.
And so I ended up using that particular pencil for like three years until I found something else. So like for me, it was worth it.
You learn what you don't want to do in your own classes too. You know?
That's valuable to me.
That's value. There's always a lesson to be learned.
Oh, there's always value in something. You know?
Yeah. You just have to look for it sometimes.
Except in negative people.
Yeah, but oh man, I lost what I was saying.
But yeah, so our main point was for you to Don't get discouraged. It is what it is. This industry, like a lot of industries, are going to get weeded out.
Yeah.
And it's just is how it is, you know, like you just put your head down, try to improve, and stay in it.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to invest. Sometimes you got to put money for stuff like
and
Canva.
That's hard to do.
Just for like Canva. I mean, if you want to do the better stuff, you got to get the premium. And it's a little cost, but you got to put that little bit of money to have a better product.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like some people are not willing to invest in themselves.
Well, and you know, that was really hard because before I used to see it like, I used to see investing in something as investing. Yes, it is investing in myself, but I thought like that somehow that was selfish, you know? Especially, I don't know. And I think especially when you're a woman and you have kids and you have a house and you have all these things, you kind of think like, maybe I should put this money into something else.
Yeah.
But it's so important to look at yourself as a product of your business, in a sense.
Yeah.
And so you want to improve that product.
Yeah, and if you're not going to invest in yourself, nobody else is going to invest in you.
Right.
Like, who else is going to invest in you but yourself?
And honestly, like, when you get better and you hit, like, a different... if you plateau and you hit, like, you get past that plateau, it feels so good as a technician, and you feel so much more confident to doing what you're doing because you did get better.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, even if you're waxing and you cut like 5 minutes out of your time, maybe you used to do a Brazilian in 20, now you do it in 15. Those 5 minutes are so valuable because now you're faster and you're better.
Yeah.
You know, and you feel more confident. So you're going to radiate that on your socials. When you talk to people, your confidence is going to go up. It's like just invest in yourself and see yourself as a product.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or not, but that's how I see myself sometimes.
Right. I think we hit on everything we wanted to hit on today. There's a second episode after Thanksgiving. Hopefully we get one out before Christmas. I think we're scheduled. I don't remember. We'll have to look at the schedule.
Yeah.
But hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys got some value out of this. And hope you guys laugh with our pet peeves. But we mean it. We mean it.
Stay positive. Seriously.
Yeah. Stay positive. Put your head down and just work. Like, do what you got to do. And I think with that, I think we're out.
Okay. Out. See
Bye,
you
guys.
soon.